Yep, here we go again, Chasco. Can you hear me? I'm on my phone, unfortunately. Hey, volume much better? Well, my computer said that my OBS crashed. Isn't it wonderful? So, evidently, it was low on disk space. So let me rig this up to try to make a stand for this thing, because you all need to be able to see me somehow. I'm probably not going to be able to do what I was planning on doing now. Get you out of the light. There ain't no place to put anything in here like this. Yes, here you are. Maybe just forget. Yeah, I think I'm about ready to forget this whole computer, Wilmer. It's my computer. It's my little laptop. It don't have enough power. So um let me see something. See if I get this stupid thing. I'm gonna shut this piece of junk down. I'm gonna try to get you all up. Sorry about the light, guys. I don't know how I'm going to get rid of the light in the camera. But in order to do what I was going to do, I don't have my other cam on here now. So, you have a big hammer if you, well, I have a sledgehammer in my race car trailer when I did demo derbies and all, and that now every time I get wrecked, I can, if I need the sledgehammer, I can just go to the box on the trailer and get the sledgehammer out. Just beat it back. Well, anyway, I was going to do some weathering projects for Prestonburg, but I don't know how I'm going to get the camera down where you all can see. That's going to be a problem, and figure out how to get it there, because I don't have no tripod or anything for my phone. If it would just stay there, it would be all right. Hey, we might be into something now. It's probably going to be, a little limited. Of course, it's backwards to me, but it should be right to you all. And excuse the pieces missing out of that. I cut it today and tried to narrow it down, and it sort of fell apart with the hobby knife. So, but that part goes up against the wall, in the new mountain area, and you won't even see it anyway. And I painted it black and everything again. You like the bridge? You know what that's made out of, Wilmer? Two of those I guess they call them mending plates that construction workers use, or you can get them for residential use also, at Lowe's or Home Depot, or any place that sells the metal connector type stuff. Well, that's all that is two plates and 8 screws, a piece of 5/8 by it's poplar project wood, I think. So I took and cut it the length 14 inches. I made these new cuts this morning on my compound miter saw to give it a little more slant. You probably see it on the video that it wasn't as slanted. Well, I did all 4 of them on the saw this morning and made them better. It has that, that square and the slanted look now more than it was. I like that better. But yeah, that's all that is. That's how I've been making my bridges. Instead of using plastic ones all the time. And this is I forget what size letters these are, but I wanted them big because it's going to be way back, in the Prestonburg area, clearing the back. So when I do videos, underneath the plywood, it'll be, it'll be that much bigger when I turn the lights and all on when I do the videos, because I'm going to have strips of LEDs up underneath the next level bench work. I've got some paints, not all my paints, but I just grabbed what I could and tried to make it up here in the rainstorm we're having. This is mostly what I use. So, this is just a can of water with my brushes in it. And I like to keep my brushes soaking while I'm doing a lot of painting projects. I just put them in there and, just dab them up, like up and down, and just to clean it and get water on it, and then go to the next color or whatever. I'm trying to figure out what I can. I don't want this to look real new, but I don't want it to look, so old that it won't show up in the dark spots. So, or unless it shows up with the lighting, but I want to try to maybe dull some of this down, maybe. Mainly I want to do these because I want to get them back in the one side of the mountain area soon, and I want to get them done and get it over with so they can dry. But maybe we'll do those first, and I'll keep deciding what I want to do with the bridge, because I'm not real sure what I really want to do with it. I don't want to make it, real old looking, but it's going to be Prestonburg historic site. I'm thinking is what I'm going to try to make it. because there's not going to be a siding, no sidings, no, industrials, nothing like that, nothing like the first time I had it. There's basically going to be a trolley going across this bridge on the back of the across the pass through the Prestonburg pass through. This will be the Charlie Bridge, and it's basically just going to be a rail fanning, mountain trolley ride, maybe underneath the mountain on the where from the other side I might put some tracks in under there, where the new Prestonburg tunnel is, and make it look like it's actually going into the museum, and put some old, just wore out engines or something like that. So, and Vinny just told me there's no live stream tonight. Well, can somebody, Vinny, because I'm on my phone and I'm not going to be able to do it. If somebody can text Vinny and let him know that I had to go on YouTube for the second part of this. You are okay. Not bad. Hit the like button, folks. Nathan DeLay, I believe I just seen your name. I think that. Yep. Welcome to the live feed. Nathan and Jerry, I see your name up there fading away. Oh. Trying to put somebody in timeout. I don't want to do that. Okay, that's all Wilmer there. But yeah, let's go ahead and do these tunnel portals. Since this live stream likes to just take off and go off, and everything else could go wrong. And I didn't bring a paper plate or nothing to put my paint on. I'm just going to use this old cookie tray that came from the neighbor's trash, because we haul his trash to the dump with ours. I found it in the trash, so I don't know why you would throw a good cookie tray away, but it's mine now. So I think I'm going to do a little burnt Sierra or Sienna or whatever it is. If I can come out of there. Let's see. Maybe some gray, like timeless gray, or what's this one? Granite gray. This one probably be better, the granite one. There should be dark gray in here somewhere, but who knows where it's. I'm trying to keep green and stuff like that off of there, for the simple reason I don't really want a lot of grass and stuff in the back. I mean, I could put some in there, I guess. I don't really have any green open. Got spring green. That's kind of light, though. That's a different green. Maybe a little beige. Little brown, beige looking paint. Put a little of that in there. And to get started, we'll go ahead and wet our brush and try to do this. And you can, if you can see that, I jagged that with a knife before I painted it black, so it looks like a rocky cut look. So let's see if this is gonna be too. It's probably not going to work real good. There it goes. It's running. But I want to try to dull the black down just a little bit, just to give it, you know, an age look, so it ain't completely black. Even though, you know, I basically want like the black up around this top area, so you know, because you know I want to make it imaginable that, you know, steam engines went through here and was puffing a lot of black smoke and everything and got suet all over the front of the tunnel portals and stuff like that over the years. With a diesel, I would imagine they do some, but not as much as the locomotives would have did. I mean that sort of looks really actually too white, but once I get the other collars on there, the way I do it, it just starts, you know, kind of fading together. At least I think so, for my liking. Um, the beige is might be just a little too much. I don't know. Um, but that'll help you know, get like some of the gray and stuff in there. Um, I mean, I just pick out, you know, colors and just go at it. Um, if I don't like it, I repaint it after it's dried and start over. You can never have enough, you know, layers of paint on a piece of foam. Um, you know, it's all gonna dry in there somewhere. So, and you know, it's gonna fill in the bigger areas if you jagged it with the hobby knife deep in some areas, it'll really fill those cracks in. So um, let me see a little of this. Too much. I'm making a mess of my tray here. Um, and now we're going to give it some, just brush some brown in there and get some water in here and try to. I mean, you know, it's my railroad, guys, so. And like I said, it takes practice, and if you don't like the results of something, let it dry or take a paper towel over it, which I'm probably going to have to do because I got a little too much brown going on here, I think. Just take a paper towel and lightly take it off like that, and you start getting, if you can see that, which I don't know if it's going to show up on the camera or not. If you can see brown and the beige and stuff mixed in that black, that's sort of the look I'm going for, even though I ain't really actually, you're really not going to actually see these, but you know, if I do take a video and get in close in places, you know, it's liable to come up on the video. So like I said, just wipe, you know, I just wipe the excess out, and it's all in the nooks and crannies in the jagged edges in there, and that's what I'm trying to go for. Just something to do, you know, something to weather it up a little bit. Let me get some of this gray back in here because it looks like it's lacking a little bit. See, Jerry. Welcome to the live feed, Chuck Smith. Seen your name pop up. And I'm on my phone, guys, so I'm counting on my moderators just in case, because my chat comes up and it disappears. So, and again, I just take and, you know, lightly brush it off. It's getting a little better. It's lacking a color, and I gotta figure out what, if it's the beige that ain't. I don't want to. I don't want to cover it in beige and then have more of a beige color than. So there's the beige, and we're gonna put a little more water on that to try to get it. Excuse me, guys. My daughter had to be all. I had to pull my daughter out of school Monday morning because she wasn't feeling good. And I don't know if I had already was not feeling good going to the bathroom and for a few days. I don't know if I just had a stomach bug or what, but this crazy change of weather has caught up with my body again. So there again, I just take and blot this real lightly with a paper towel, wipe the excess water and paint, and it looks something like that. If you can see that, I think it looks pretty good so far. It could be lacking just a little bit of gray, maybe, because tunnel portals are normally gray to begin with on, you know, people's layouts, and most of them that I've ever seen around here usually, well, not really a lot around here to really see, but the ones I've seen on different vacations and stuff was usually like a gray, and of course, you know, with weeds and growth and stuff growing up. I mean, I could do that, but like I said before, this is going to be setting in underneath the mountain part like that. So, you know, in order to get a video shot of it, I'm going to have to be out here like this underneath piece of plywood above me, with, you know, some kind of LED lights on for my video. So, and I can't really do any of that, you know, test any of that because of everything being tore apart and stuff like that. I was going to do this down in the shed live, but being that that thing decided it was going to do what it was going to do, I'm kind of glad I didn't try to take it down there and um, get the connection down there, because it decided it was just going to crash OBS, which, and then the message came up low on memory. So my mom and I was talking, and we're talking about getting a gaming computer at Walmart or somewhere like something like Venny's. Um, right now, Walmart.com, the link that Roy Harbick, Container Man 68, sent me um, for Walmart.com, where Venny's came from, they're sold out of them still, and I got an email notification um, thing in there to, you know, send me a link, you know, when they're back in stock, and I have not um, seen the link come up yet. So it must be a popular thing, or they don't must not be getting a lot of them in stock or something. I don't know. Um, but I do want a gaming computer. Um, we checked on our internet service through our cable system. Okay, well, when my computer connects, it's saying 1 gigabyte, and that's what kind of service we got. They'll go up to 1 gigabyte, I think, which is like their highest service. So, um, it if it ain't their highest service, I mean, it's broadband. So, you know, if there's something higher than that, I don't know. Um, but it's going to cost a little more than what we're paying now, if there is. Um, but I really, really think the service is okay, but I'm going to have to upgrade the computer part of it, because all this is a little HP laptop stream notebook laptop, and it don't have enough memory. So that's the reason it came up. It crashed, and it's not the first time that it came up that message. I've had to unload it and upload it again to, you know, redo everything, and if it crashed this time, it's probably going to stay crashed, because I'm just getting tired of um, fighting with the computer trying to get OBS to work on it. It's just time for another computer, and once I get another computer and a better computer, um, this one will, you know, be good enough that I can use it for YouTube or something like that. Um, I know it'll handle that because I've went live off of it before with YouTube, and I've watched everybody's videos on it with YouTube. So, and this is not coming out like I thought it would. As you can see, it's coming out too white on the one side. And I changed brushes, I believe. So I'm putting it, or it's not white, it's gray. It's granite gray, but I think I'm gonna have to dull it back down with some beige and different stuff on here. I'm not even sure if I have my black. Yeah, I got my black in here. Okay. Let's see. Looks like it's 7. No, not yet, Roy. My mom said something about, we was talking about buying one. But I keep looking on Walmart.com on that link that you sent me, and it keeps saying that they're sold out. So, I might have to get it on the actual site, because I don't know if it's, because the link might be, not refreshed or something. I mean, it might just keep saying that because I go through the link. If I go through the actual website, it might tell me something different. I don't know. But I'm trying to get something like Vinnie's. And you got that at Walmart.com, correct, Roy? Container Man? That's what the link was that you sent me, so. The link would only be for the, yes. But being that you sent it through into my messenger, I don't know if it's, actually refreshing it each time, or is it using it as an old, the old link at that time that you sent it. I'm going to have to get on the actual Walmart.com and see if it is available yet. It's using it as, yes. That's what I was thinking it was doing. Because it keeps coming up sold out, and I'm thinking, well, don't they ever get any in? I mean, everybody in the world can't afford a gaming computer, and a lot of people don't have computers at all. Check out Walmart Electronics for sales. Is that on .com, Roy, or is that the store? They don't have it in the store, correct? This one here ain't coming out real like I thought it would, guys. I think I'm talking and I'm not really paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm just rambling on and painting away. That sort of looks good. I mean, it's still missing something. Um, it looks a little too dark over here. I don't know if I can take some of the granite gray. I don't really want to use white because do I have, yeah, I guess I do have white, but I want to try to I don't really want to give it like a snowy look, because it's not really going to be like a snowy looking scene. But now that I keep thinking of that, that would probably look good for that level. Because I had snow on that one top of that one mountain on the one side that I covered up. That's looking better. I mean, it's not like this one. It's real light, and the right side is, you know, a little more weathered. I mean, this one looks a little more dark. I kind of like more of this look than I do the darker one. So maybe I can still try to, maybe I can put a little bit of white in there just to kind of bring it out a little bit. I thought maybe the granite gray would do that, but it's blending in a lot with the other colors. So put a little white on here. Thought I heard a noise. Okay. Anyway. Put a little white on here and see what I can bring the white out as. And I know this is probably not the proper way that a lot of people do this, but I'm different, so I just want a different look. And, you know, it's a freelance layout, so I guess it's an imaginary world, you know. So, but then again, we'll take the paper towel, wipe the excess off, and of course the paper towel's falling apart, along with, because of the roughness of the. And this is 1-inch foam, guys. It's actually called Project Board, but it comes in a big 2 foot by 2 foot. It's actually 23 3/4 by 23 3/4, but they consider it 2 foot by 2 foot project panel, I think is what it's called. But it's green foam. It's the same thing as if you bought the big 4x8 sheet. They're easier for me to cut rather than try to get a big 4x8 piece of foam in the train shed and, you know, have no place to work, because there really ain't a lot of places in there to cut something like that. I would have to do it on, you know, a piece of plywood outside or something on sawhorses. And with the weather like it is, I can't even get one project done outside before it rains or something else goes wrong, or it's cold and everything else. And Wilmer and them's probably going through basically the same weather. Anybody here on the East Coast and little bit west, you know, in Western Maryland and up in Pennsylvania or down in Virginia and places like that, is getting the same basic weather problem. Lots of rain, lots of flooding. I mean, I already got 3 messages on my phone earlier that Boonesboro was under a flood watch already. Our yard is more flooded than um, the road out here. So because the culvert comes underneath the road and top of our yard, and then all the water and everything else goes down in the yard and goes down to the culvert down here, just right outside our neighbor's property, and goes down there into a pit and disappears, or down there into their back field that they bought the store stuff in when they was in the construction business. So, and they bought that from the farmer. So, let me get, yeah, let me get, that was a fail. Anyway, get another paper towel and dab this a little bit. And that's looking better. I've added some white on there, and it kind of brought it more of a light snow look. It's been nice the last yeah. That right there, Wilmer, kind of ruins it, because the last couple days that we Monday, let's see, Monday, or was it over the weekend? It might have been over the weekend. We had those couple sunny days. It was up like 70 some degrees. I thought, well, I wasn't sure if I really should go out, because we just came out of 30 and 40 degree weather, and boom, we're just into 2 days of 70% weather. I wasn't even outside because the wind was blowing hard, and I knew if I went out there without a jacket and started doing something, that we was going to go right back into the cold snap. And here we are, we're back into the 40s. You know, and the starting of the 50 type weather again. So it's cold, it's rainy, and I went down to the train shed because I just wasn't even in the mood to do anything outside. It was still cold. Those 2 days, it was fine, but it was windy. The wind was blowing. And there was some warmness, but not a lot. So, and people was going up and down the road with their windows down, which I'm not going to say that I wasn't when I went to pick up my daughter in the evening or in the afternoon. But people was running around in their convertibles and shorts. I can't adjust to the weather that quick. My weather has got to be starting to warm up gradually, so I can gradually take and come out of the winter layers and gradually, go in with the temperature. Either that, I end up sick, and that's probably why I'm getting, a little bit of a sore throat. It's not a big sore throat, but it's a little bit of scratchiness, which the last time I had that, and I knew I was possibly coming down with something, I took a Dayquil or a NyQuil, and it popped it right out of me, for 1 or 2 days. So I caught it before it got to me. So no, I never smoked. Never, never had none of that. I was brought up that in my day and age, or well, not my day and age, but when I was brought up as a kid, my mother and father never smoked. Um, I remember my grandmother and my grandfather smoking, but they quit smoking um, when I was a kid. Um, a few other people actually quit smoking when I was a kid. Um, but yeah, I never got into the smoking and drinking, and I once in a while, like I don't know, Christmas night or New Year's night or um, New Year's Day or New Year's Eve or something. I might take and you know, drink a few beers or something, but I've never went beyond 2 beers. I just never did it. I guess because you know, I just never wanted to wake up with a hangover and that kind of stuff. Um, I'm not going to ever say that I never drank because I've drank, you know, wine. I've drank um, beer, a few beers. Um, but smoking, I just never, I can never stand it. And my father told me one time, and everybody probably has this in their neighborhood or their state. Um, you know how the dump trucks and the trailers and all that, and Roy Harvick probably seen this plenty of times. There'll be different trucks that run their trucks too rich, and they'll have a lot of black smoke and so forth. Well, let's just say my mother and father told me one time when we was in the car when there was a bunch of black smoke coming back. Um, they said that would be what your lungs would look like if you ever smoked, and that, you know, that always that just turned me away from it real quick. And then I was, of course, married to my ex-wife, um my daughter's mother, Abigail's mother. She smoked. Um, my ex-girlfriend smoked. Um, and I could put up with it. You know, I mean, you can't stop somebody from doing something. Um, but the girl that I'm with now, she don't smoke. She never did. Um, you know, so it all depends who you are, and if you want to spend the money for a pack of cigarettes or a carton of cigarettes or whatever. Um, that's up to you. But I prefer to keep my money for my dirt track racing, um, for my hobby stock, and um, my train layout. So, and anything else that I might need. But anyway, this is what this one looks like. This would be the left side, um, and this would be the right side. If you can see that, it's a little different looking. I'll probably have to dull it down just a little bit, And I'm not sure what time it is, guys. I don't have a clock in here that's working. Um, Somebody tell me what time it is, since I had to go on my phone and it's not going to tell me my time now. 7 and really? 8:04, Roy. You're an hour ahead. But anyway, they're the tunnel portals. Oh yeah, you're behind. I'm sorry. But anyway, they're the ones that would be back there like this, facing one another from the two mountains underneath the Prestonsburg Bridge. So, other words, it would be, and the bridge, guys, I made like that. If you can see that, if I'm getting that in the camera correctly, where these two parts here are extended like 3/4 of an inch or something like that. They might not be now because I've been cutting at them, but it sets right on top of that, and that's what's going to hold the bridge in place. Um, I may put um, some kind of bracket or something on it just to keep it from vibrating back and forth. I don't know if it will or not, but it'll be something like this in the back of Prestonsburg. Like this, you're seeing the wall part. Let me turn. Actually, let me be the wall here. If I can do this, get some of this stuff out of the way. It'll be something like this, and it'll be back there like that with a trolley going across it. So, and basically, it's not going to actually set on the tunnel portals. The tunnel portals will actually go in under the top piece of the mount, top phone piece of the mountain. But I'm just giving you an example what it's actually going to be looking like. And then the train will come out of one tunnel and go into the other, and that will be the Prestonsburg pass through. So, and I can probably look at the time now that I think of it. 8:12. Okay, well we're getting over. At least I got some weathering in. I had to go live twice, but that's nothing new for my live stream and this crazy computer and weather and everything else. I know they don't really look, like other people's weathering, but they look pretty good to me. I mean, they got that, um like a salty suet, especially this one looks like suet up here. But I'll take some black paint and darken it up right there and kind of get all up in there, make it darker. Where you really want your black and darkness is inside your tunnel, so you don't see daylight. That's always been something I knew since I was a kid. You always darken your tunnels up from the beginning to about 1 or 2 foot back, or 14 inches back, or 18 inches back, or however far, if you got a tunnel that's like this and you're going to see back, a whole lot of distance, then you're going to want to make it dark, until you can't see light no more. So, but anyway, I went and cut that today, and I got a little close, but hey, it works. There's plenty of clearance back here. I actually did that because I have got a B&O high cube boxcar, and in order to run high stuff, that is about the highest car besides a double stack, one double stack I think I got. And normally you're probably not going to see a container train or an intermodal train or anything up in Prestonburg, because it's basically going to be a pass through like town. And basically you're going to just rail fan when they're coming from this direction, or coming in across the two bridges there at the rock cut, and it'll go around and come back and then go across the crossing over into my scrap metal facility, which is actually going to be named after me. And that's how a lot of the stuff on my layout is going to be named after family members, and my cats, my dogs, who's going. My dad will have the big mountain up at the Lionel train stuff of his named after him, in memory of him. So anyway, guys, I'm going to let you go ahead and promote your channels, because I know a few of you is leaving. So go ahead and promote your channels, and we'll call this stream good. For this bridge, I'm liable to wait to next week to decide to do something with it. I'm going to have to think on it, because maybe I can look at some phototypes of girder bridges or something, and get or even go look at any bridge really, that might have some growth and rust, and this one would probably be good for rust, but wood don't rust. So, unless you have a rust puddle or something that the train's going to go across on the track and just splash it all over the place. But so anyway, let's see. Indian Head Valley Railroad has 380, and I'm getting messages. Dave Piper, sorry I missed you, buddy. Golfa, I see you in here. Good night, Skull Kill. Or Skull Kill, I'm sorry, Skull Kill. Must have skulls on the brain or something. Well, anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end this, because I'm getting a text message that I'm not right. 707 or 719. I think you said that last night, Roy. that they couldn't make up their mind. Mine's like that. I'll gain like 10 and lose 5 overnight. And then next thing I know, I've got 15 more. So it's like they don't know what they're doing. Okay, guys. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end this because my throat is getting tired. So, and I got to read this message that I just got. I don't know what it's about. So, thanks for watching. Be safe out there. God bless. And we'll see you next time. And make sure you check out my videos. And we'll see you tomorrow night at Cousin Vinny's at 8 p.m. Bye for now.